Hi, it's Dr. Gold again. I just want to review a couple of the resources that are available to you on the Pearson My Finance Lab website and how to access those. Some of the resources that are available to you include an eText, an electronic version or digital version of the textbook. So when you have to read a chapter each week, you can either read it in the textbook itself, or you can log into Blackboard and access the eText the way I'm going to show you in a moment. Other resources on the Pearson My Finance Lab portal include PowerPoint slides, videos, and other links to websites that can help reinforce the content from each chapter. So how do you go about accessing the resources on My Finance Lab? Well, the first step is you have to log into Blackboard, which I'll do right now. And I'll use the temporary student account that I created. Once you've logged in, the page will seem familiar to you because we've done this before. So you'll click on, our course homepage here in Blackboard. And then I'll just jump into, let's say, weekly modules here to show you how the resources can be accessed. In Module 1, one of the tasks that you have is to read Chapter 1. And when you click on there, you'll see that there's a video I've done that sort of gives you an overview of Chapter 1. And we go through the PowerPoint slides. I'm kind of setting it up for you nicely here in the first module. In subsequent weeks, there may not be a video from me. There may not be a video at all. There may be a video done by somebody else related to the topic that we're covering that week. You can then read Chapter 1 of the textbook either by opening up your textbook and reading it, or going to My Finance Lab. You have to read the chapter. It's really critical that you read the chapter each week. Otherwise, you're going to feel like you're sinking and falling behind. So how do you access the My Finance Lab? Well, you go to this link here in each of the weekly modules. There'll be this link, and when you click on it, it'll take you to this page. And if you just want to take the quiz and complete the homework assignment on My Finance Lab, you can click on that link there, which is to the assignments page, and it'll bring up a page with the Chapter 1 homework and Chapter 1 quiz. But that doesn't show you where the resources are. So how do you get to the resources? Well, instead of clicking on All Assignments, you click on My Finance Lab Course Home. And when you click on that and launch that page, it takes you to a different looking page, which is the course home page for the Pearson My Finance Lab. You'll notice on the top left, there are 3 different categories here that I have highlighted for you and capitalized the words for. The first is click here for a copy of the eText. So when you click on that, you'll see here a link to the Pearson eText. And when you click on that, it will open up an electronic version or digital version of the textbook. Navigating through the textbook is relatively intuitive and easy to figure out. You'll see over here a table of contents on the left-hand side. So for example, for Chapter 1, you'd go to Part 1 and you'd click on Chapter 1. And here's the chapter here, and you can begin reading the chapter this way. Once you're done with a page, you obviously can skip ahead to the subsequent pages here, and so on and so forth. The other features that are available in My Finance Lab is obviously to take a quiz and homework assignment, which we've already covered how to access that. And the third is the multimedia library. Now, in the multimedia library, what you do is you click on the chapter that we're covering, let's say Chapter 1, and then I usually just click Select All and hit Find Now. And when you do that, it will list down here in this area all of the resources in addition to the textbook available to you on My Finance Lab. You'll see over here that there's a financial calculator that you can use. There's a case study that you can work on for practice. Over here is a copy of the PowerPoint for that particular chapter, and then other links to other resources related to the topic covered in that chapter. So for example, if I click on Chapter 1 Web Links, it takes us to a whole host of different websites that you can access to reinforce some of the information covered in Chapter 1. So that's a review of my finance lab, how to access the resources on it, how to access the eText, and really there's a ton of information in here in addition to just the textbook. So please utilize these resources. You've paid good money for them, and I want everybody to maximize their possible learning experience as much as they can. So that's it for this video. I hope you found it useful.